Welcome inside Studio 7 here at MUTV. Joining me for the Golden Eagles Spotlight interviews, head coach of the women's soccer team, Markus Roeders. Coach, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We talked earlier this week with Natalie Kulla, who is doing some phenomenal things. Got to play with the U.S. national under-23 team. Before we dive into this past season of the Big East Championship and what's ahead for this Marquette team, let's talk about what Natalie's been doing, huh?
Natalie's been fantastic ever since she's got to campus, and you could see it early on. Although that first year she didn't play, she took a red shirt. So we're just ecstatic at this point in time where she is in her soccer and who she is as a person, because more than anything, she's just a terrific young lady. And these opportunities, I think they come up for great players, and she's definitely a great player. And
a great person, as we got to see. I mean, she's been on the set a few times. We've interviewed her after your game, so it's just it speaks, I think, a lot for the kind of girls you bring into the program. And I guess we'll touch on the recruits in a minute, but first, let's talk about the Big East Championship, which was a pretty stellar, big victory for this school and for your team. She was a big part of that. Was that, one crowning gem for that season that you look back on, saying that was the one moment you'll remember is winning that game?
I think we talk so much about not just the moment, but also the road there.
Yeah.
We talk about it's a marathon, and it was a marathon because we got to, I would say, with about 3 or 4 weeks left, we didn't look like we were going to win it, but it was so close within the standings that, we had to put a run together, and we did at the end and had a bunch of wins and shutouts. And, really the credit, Natalie played a great part and a great role in it, but there were so many players that were part of it. And, that conference championship for us was really what we've been building for a while now, and we've tried to raise the bar a little bit higher all the time. And a year ago we almost got there, but we weren't there yet. And this year we kind of took that next step. So in some ways, because of where we are right now, it seems like a long time ago already, and you don't really have enough time to enjoy it. But it's something that nobody can take away from us. I think we've proven ourselves over the years now to be one of the top 3 or 4 programs in women's soccer in the league, and among the nation's top teams. So. And
that's so hard to do. I think in any level of college sports, you look across the nation in football, there's only a few elite level programs that are those reloading programs that they don't rebuild, they reload. And I think a lot of people can say that for your program here at Marquette. And there's an elite program playing down the street that maybe not a lot of people know about here at Marquette. But how have you been able to maintain such success, like you talked about, for so many years consecutively?
You just try to find players that want to be here at Marquette. They want to be here for the right reasons. I think there's a lot more that goes into it besides just trying to find talented players, but players that believe into the concept of, the team wins and is most important. We look for great students. We look for great young women, and they love to work hard. You have to give them that. And I think the mixture of all that, builds a winning program, and we've had this for a long time now, and it doesn't get any easier. So we just keep knocking on the door and try to find the players that want to be here and that we believe will continue to allow us to take the program to the next level still, which the next step. There's more stages to go to, and more championships to be won. There's places to go further in the NCAA tournament, and ultimately we'd love to win a national championship, but there's some steps that you have to take to get there, and a lot of things have to fall into place. And we definitely saw what happened this year and how we won the conference championship and what fell into place for us to do so.
Well, you lose a lot of seniors this upcoming season, and you brought in 6 new players that have bought into your system, that are the good students, that are good girls. Are they going to get the shot, like most of your new players, to come in and play right away?
Well, the one thing, and you mentioned it already, we don't rebuild, we reload in some ways. And, we have players, very talented players in the program right now already that we're working with in the spring. And they've been here since they got back to campus. We started our conditioning the first day of classes before we started classes. So they're already back at it. With Todd Smith and Rudy, those guys do a fabulous job with conditioning, and we do a lot of individual training. They play open gym right now. We still got a few more weeks before we get into team training. But the spring is exciting. We're signing date is upon us, and those girls are signing that are coming in. It's a great variety, very high talented level players that have had experiences not just with their club teams but with the Olympic development program. Those kids have played overseas in international tournaments. So the one thing I think that's very common among all those players that we're bringing in, and out of the group we have we have 7 players. 2 of them are goalkeepers.
Yeah.
5 of them are field players, and I would definitely say out of the 5 field players, they're very versatile in their positions.
Which
so
is
they
huge.
Can,
I mean,
it's
especially
huge.
for a huge roster like you have with so many talented players.
Right. They can all score. They can all attack. We will ask them all to defend.
Yeah.
They all have their own individual skills, but I think they complement the team that we have in place right now very well. So they will be thrown into the mix. There's no guarantees because the group that we're bringing back, there's some hungry players, and some of them have enjoyed the success that we've had as a team. Some have enjoyed success individually, but there's also some that are saying now, hey, you know what? We've lost some seniors. Now it's my turn. So we hope they will keep showing that, and we're excited about it. So it's a fun time. I'm enjoying it and looking forward to 2010, and that's already started.
Yeah, there's so much to look forward to in this team. Coach,
Yep.
always a pleasure. Thanks
Appreciate
so much
it. Thanks for having me.
I'd love to have you back soon.
Okay.
And for Coach Roeders here at the MUTV Studios, I'm Brad Galli. Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check out all of our interviews over at MUTVsports.com. Thanks for watching, Marquette.